Deep in the heart of the woods lived a band of merry friends. These friends were not just any ordinary group. They were a special bunch who had a unique bond with the forest and its creatures. They spent their days exploring, playing, and learning from the natural world around them. There was Lily, who loved to climb trees. She could often be found scaling the tallest oaks and pines, her laughter echoing through the branches. Lily had a knack for finding the best climbing spots and would often challenge her friends to see who could reach the highest point.
And Benny, who knew all the bird songs. Benny had an incredible ear for music and could identify any bird by its song. He would spend hours sitting quietly, listening to the melodies of the forest and teaching his friends how to recognize each bird's unique tune.
And Rosie, who could talk to squirrels. Rosie had a special way with animals, especially the squirrels. She could understand their chattering and would often be seen having animated conversations with them, sharing secrets and stories.
But their best friends weren't kids at all. Their closest companions were the animals of the forest, who trusted and loved them dearly. There was Sammy the squirrel with his twitchy nose. Sammy was always on the lookout for acorns and would often lead the children to hidden stashes of nuts and berries.
Chirpy the chickadee, flitting from branch to branch. Chirpy was a small but lively bird, always full of energy. She would guide the children through the forest, showing them the best places to find wildflowers and berries.
And Freddie the frog, always ready for a hop. Freddie loved to play games with the children, especially hopping races. He was the fastest frog in the forest and would often challenge the kids to see if they could keep up with him. These friends shared a love for their forest home. They felt a deep connection to the trees, the streams, and all the creatures that lived there. Every day was an adventure, filled with new discoveries and endless fun. They knew every twisty path and babbling brook. The forest was like a giant magical maze, and they loved exploring every inch of it. They would follow the winding paths, discovering hidden clearings and secret spots where they could play and relax. They played hide and seek amongst the ferns and danced in the meadows. The forest was their playground, and they made the most of every moment, creating memories that would last a lifetime. The forest was their playground, full of wonder and joy. They cherished every day spent in their magical woodland home, knowing that they were part of something truly special. The bond they shared with each other and the forest was unbreakable, and they knew that no matter what, they would always be the forest friends. One sunny morning, the friends gathered by their favorite old oak tree.
Let's explore the Whispering Woods today, chirped Chirpy.
The Whispering Woods were full of mystery. Sunlight barely reached the forest floor through the thick canopy. Strange and beautiful flowers bloomed in the shade. As they ventured deeper, the air grew still and hushed.
Do you hear that? Whispered Lily.
The trees are talking, exclaimed Benny, his eyes wide with wonder. They're sharing their secrets with us.
The friends listened, captivated by the magic of the woods. But one day, a dark cloud settled over the forest. Strangers arrived, leaving behind piles of trash and strange, smelly fumes. The once clear stream now ran murky and foul. The air, once sweet with pine and wildflowers, stung their noses.
The animals grew quiet. The birds sang less often. Even the trees seemed to droop.
What's happening to our forest? Cried Rosie, her eyes filling with tears.
Sammy coughed, his nose twitching. It's the pollution, he croaked. It's making everything sick.
The friends knew they had to act fast. They had to save their beloved forest. But what could they do? They were just kids and animals.
Sammy, despite his small size, puffed out his chest. Even tiny paws can make a big difference, he declared. We need a plan.
The friends put their heads together. They decided to alert the other forest creatures to the danger. They would spread the word about the pollution and what it was doing to their home. Together, they would find a way to stop it. They raced through the woods, their voices echoing through the trees. The children, with their boundless energy, darted between the towering trunks, their laughter mingling with the rustling leaves. The animals, their friends and allies, followed closely, their eyes wide with curiosity and concern. The forest was alive with the sound of their footsteps and the whispers of the trees, which seemed to guide them on their urgent mission.
They warned the deer and the rabbits, telling them of the danger that threatened their home. The deer, with their graceful movements, listened intently, their ears twitching with every word. The rabbits, usually so skittish, stood still, their noses quivering as they took in the gravity of the situation. The children spoke with urgency, their voices filled with a mix of fear and determination. They warned the owls and the raccoons who were perched high in the trees. The owls, wise and watchful, blinked their large eyes slowly, as if processing the information. The raccoons, with their nimble fingers, chattered among themselves, already thinking of ways to help. The children knew that every creature in the forest had a role to play in their plan.
They even told the shy foxes and the grumpy badgers. The foxes, usually so elusive, peeked out from their dens, their eyes shining with curiosity. The badgers, grumbling at being disturbed, eventually nodded in agreement, understanding the importance of the message. The children's words had reached every corner of the forest, and the animals were ready to act.
The forest, usually so peaceful, buzzed with their urgent message. The trees, with their ancient wisdom, seemed to hum with energy, their leaves rustling in agreement. The animals moved with purpose, their usual routines forgotten in the face of the impending threat. The children felt a sense of unity and hope, knowing that they were not alone in their quest to save the forest. Back at the Whispering Woods, they paused. The clearing, bathed in dappled sunlight, felt like a sanctuary. The children and animals gathered in a circle, their faces serious but determined. They knew that the next step was crucial, and they needed to come up with a plan that would reach even the farthest corners of the forest.
"The trees!" the children exclaimed, their eyes lighting up with realization. The trees, with their deep roots and far-reaching branches, could help spread the message even farther. The trees, with their expressive faces, seemed to nod in agreement, their leaves rustling with excitement.
Exclaimed Benny. His animated expression mirrored the excitement of the group. Benny, always the thinker, had come up with a brilliant idea. The children and animals looked at him expectantly, waiting for him to explain.
"They can help us spread the word even farther," Benny explained, his voice filled with enthusiasm. The children and animals began to discuss the plan, their voices overlapping in excitement. They knew that with the help of the trees, their message would reach every part of the forest.
They carefully carved their message onto fallen leaves. "Save our forest! Stop pollution!" The children worked diligently, their hands moving quickly but carefully. The animals watched, their eyes filled with hope. The leaves, once plain and ordinary, now carried a powerful message. With a gentle breeze, the leaves took flight, carrying their plea to every corner of the woods. The children and animals watched as the leaves danced on the wind, their message spreading far and wide. They knew that their efforts would not be in vain, and that the forest would come together to protect their home.
The animals pitched in too.
Birds carried seeds to restore the polluted land.
Squirrels collected and hid the trash.
Even Freddy the Frog gathered his fellow amphibians to help clean the stream.
Their efforts didn't go unnoticed.
People from the nearby town started to notice the messages on the leaves.
They saw the animals working tirelessly to clean their home.
They realized that they had been hurting the forest, and they wanted to help.
People joined the kids and animals in their efforts. It was a sight to behold, a community coming together with a shared purpose. The energy was palpable and the determination in their eyes was unmistakable. Everyone, from the youngest child to the oldest elder, had a role to play. They brought tools, seeds, and most importantly, hope.
They organized cleanup drives and planted new trees. The cleanup drives were meticulously planned, with groups assigned to different areas. They picked up litter, sorted recyclables, and cleared debris. The tree planting was a joyous occasion, with everyone taking turns to dig holes, plant saplings, and water them. Each tree planted was a symbol of renewal and a promise for a greener future.
They learned about the dangers of pollution. Workshops were held where experts explained the impact of pollution on the environment and health. The kids were particularly engaged, asking questions and participating in activities that demonstrated the effects of pollution. They learned about the importance of reducing waste, recycling, and conserving resources, and pledged to protect the environment. The pledge ceremony was a moving event. Everyone gathered in a circle, holding hands and making a solemn promise to do their part in protecting nature. They vowed to be mindful of their actions, to educate others, and to continue their efforts in making the world a better place.
The forest slowly began to heal. Over time, the efforts of the community bore fruit. The once barren land started to show signs of life. New shoots emerged from the ground, and the trees began to grow taller and stronger. The forest, which had been a shadow of its former self, was now on a path to recovery.
The air smelled sweeter. With the reduction in pollution and the increase in greenery, the air quality improved significantly. People could breathe deeply without the fear of inhaling harmful substances. The fresh air was invigorating, and it brought a sense of well-being to everyone.
The stream flowed clear again. The water, which had been murky and polluted, was now crystal clear. The community had worked tirelessly to clean the stream, removing trash and pollutants. The clean water was a testament to their hard work and dedication.
The animals returned, drawn by the restored habitat. Birds, deer, rabbits, and other wildlife began to reappear, finding their way back to their natural home. The sight of animals returning was a joyous one, a clear indication that the forest was healing. Their voices raised in a triumphant song. The sounds of the forest were filled with the melodies of birds singing, animals chattering, and the rustling of leaves. It was as if the forest itself was celebrating its revival.
The forest was alive with joy. The vibrant colors of the flowers, the lush green of the trees, and the clear blue sky created a picturesque scene. The forest was not just surviving, it was thriving.
The kids and animals danced and played, celebrating their hard work and the beauty of their surroundings. They played games, sang songs, and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. The sense of accomplishment was evident in their smiles and laughter, their hearts filled with gratitude for their home. They were thankful for the opportunity to make a difference and for the support of their community. The experience had taught them the value of teamwork and the impact of collective action, and the people who helped save it. The community's efforts had not only restored the forest, but had also strengthened their bonds. They had come together for a common cause and had succeeded in making a lasting change.
They had learned that even the smallest voice can make a difference when everyone works together. This lesson would stay with them forever, reminding them of the power of unity and the importance of caring for the environment. The forest's revival was a testament to what can be achieved when people come together with a shared purpose and determination.
From that day on, the forest was a different place.
The people remembered the lessons they had learned.
They treated the forest with respect, careful not to litter or pollute.
They visited often, enjoying its beauty and learning its secrets.
The kids continued to be the guardians of the forest, teaching others about the importance of nature.
They knew that protecting their green home was a responsibility they would carry with them always.
And so, the story of the Forest Friends teaches us that we all have a part to play in protecting our planet.
No matter how small we may seem, our actions have the power to make a big difference.
Let us all make a promise to love and care for our Earth just like the Forest Friends.
Remember, we only have one planet to call home.
Let's treat it with kindness and respect so that future generations can enjoy its beauty and wonder for years to come.